Smelling salts have commonly been used by athletes and bodybuilders in order to improve their performance. But you know what's heavier than this 1,000-pound deadlift? The weight of carrying your squad to victory. Which is why today we're going to be putting smelling salts to the real test and seeing if they can boost our Fortnite game from top 100s to catching dubs. But before we get into that, I've never actually tried smelling salts. Okay, so this is about to be my first time trying smelling salts. I decided to go with this obsidian ammonia hype dust because it sounded cool and the most gamer. Ooh, sealed nice and tight, as I would hope it would be. I don't know how strong this is supposed to be, so I'm a little scared. It's got a skull on the top. And here we go. Oh, holy. I read reviews online that this was supposed to be one of the weaker ones. Yeah, that wakes you up. Let's do it again. Now that we've tried smelling salts on our own, we can finally put them to the test, in a completely scientific manner, of course. For this test, I'm going to be playing, well, Fortnite, zero build, because do I look like someone who has the time to get Tfue fast at building in this game? Don't answer that. Zero build will suffice. As long as we're consistent here, that's all that matters. We'll be doing 3 rounds each of solos, duos, and squads, no trios because that's weird. First without smelling salts as the control group, and then again with smelling salts. Between 3 rounds each, we should be able to obtain a decent enough average to see where my skill level lands as far as both placement and eliminations. And in addition, in order to reduce any other variables, I will be playing with the same cosmetics in every match. I think this skin is genuinely cursed for me. I don't think I've won a single match with this skin in any game mode, which is why I think it'll be good. Here we are dropping into the first match, and before we get into it, I just want to let you know that I am incredibly average at this game. So don't be expecting to, oh hey, I won the match. I was just talking about how I've never won a match with this skin. Not exactly a result I was expecting. I'm not typically one to be able to pull off a win just on a complete whim like that. I even wondered if I should throw away that point of data just because it is so atypical of me, but I ultimately decided to keep it in. Though it was unexpected, I figured a result is a result. And as happy as it made me to see that Victory Royale banner at the top of my screen, I knew that this would only make it harder for the smelling salts to beat. The idea was that I wasn't gonna do very well so that when I started using the smelling salts I would improve, but howdy doody. Nonetheless, we pressed onward, following my first match of first place with 5 kills. In the second match, I pulled off a pretty decent 7th place with an even more decent 9 kills. After 2 good rounds, I was feeling pretty confident in myself and my skills, and in the third round, I was able to pull off 55th place with 0 kills. Yeah, a pretty steep drop off there. I don't appreciate that. And with that, the first control group of the experiment was done, and we had a very wide range of data, bringing us to an average of about 20th place and 5 kills. As varied as the data for the control group was, I can tell you right now that this average sounds pretty standard for me. Next, we did the control group for duos, and things got a little funky. First round, my teammate and I got 24th place along with 3 kills for myself. In the second round, I don't know what happened here, but my teammate absolutely carried me. We got 3rd place and I had 0 kills by the end of it. Now, to be fair, we didn't come across many people until the end this time, but I still feel like I could have done a bit better. My sincerest apologies, Mr. Kiwi Uzi Bert. And for the last round, we got 41st place and I had 1 kill. Normally I would be pretty disappointed by this, but it was 1 more kill than my last game. And I managed to pull off a pretty slick bush revive while the enemy was actively searching for us. So you know what, I'll take it. This gives us an average placement of about 23rd place and 1 kill per round. I am definitely hoping that this will improve with the smelling salts later on. Moving on, finally for squads, we did pretty decent. First round, my squad managed to pull off 3rd place, copping 5 eliminations for myself along the way. Second round saw us get 7th place and me with only 1 kill, and we ended it off with 11th place and 3 kills, bringing us to an average of 7th place and 3 kills per round. Finally, we have all of the data we needed for our control group. Now's the time we've all been waiting for, where we get to see just how it compares to playing with the smelling salts. So here's my prediction. I think that the smelling salts will actually help in the later games of Fortnite. Because let me tell you, those first few matches, I'm hyper aware, I've got a lot of focus, I'm thinking all my moves through, but it's in those later matches where you just really start to feel the drain of Fortnite on you. So I think what we'll see with the smelling salts is that not just in that first game, but also in that second and that third game, the skills will stay a lot more consistent. That's the hypothesis anyway. For this portion of the experiment, I just continued to play Fortnite normally as we did previously. The only difference was that every round I would take a good whiff of smelling salts at some point while my character was riding the battle bus. Oh god, it's time. Okay. Oh my god, I'm awake. I've got to admit, the rounds for solos did not go exactly how I wanted. I do think that the pressure of having to follow up my pretty solid run for the control group was getting my nerves up a little bit. Regardless, I did honestly play to the best of my ability, and in the first round I got 26th place with 2 kills. Yikes. Now I will say that I got just a little confused when I came face to face with someone who decided to use the grapple blade on me. Oh my god! What is this man doing? He's a menace to society! Holy shit, what? Not my worst match ever by any means, but considering what I managed to pull off before and that I had just fried the inside of my nostrils for this result, I was admittedly a little disappointed. I immediately made up for it in the next round anyway, with a first place Vic Roy alongside a satisfactory 7 eliminations. And once again, just like the control group, I fell off pretty hard here at the end, only managing to pull off 42nd place, but we did get 5 kills. All 3 rounds brought us to an average of 23rd place and about 5 elims. Compare that to our control group and they look very similar. Our average number of eliminations were exactly the same, given we're not doing Tyler Blevins numbers here, but still interesting, and our placement averages were also pretty close. We did do a little worse with the smelling salts, but considering the margin of error, that error being this guy, for all intents and purposes, I think we can call these performances essentially the same. But just because we didn't see improvement in solos doesn't mean that there isn't hope for duos and squads. Maybe smelling salts can improve team building and chemistry. I don't know. The first round of duos with the smelling salts was a bit infuriating. My teammate was actually pretty decent, except for the fact that he ran away from me like I was trying to give him herpes. He's clearly seen the hit animated film Cars featuring Owen Wilson as the voice of Lightning McQueen because he was speed, which I can respect, and I'm sorry I'm not exactly the Usain Bolt of Fortnite, but if you're trying to work as a team, then speeding off into the sunset without any regard for your teammate is not the best strategy. He got himself killed and then got me killed after distracting me by calling me the N-word.
Yo, Nick, you wanna keep up or? You are fucking ass, dude.
Buddy, if it weren't for the fact that you were a part of a very important scientific study, then I would have just turned around and left you there. Do you even remember the ending to Cars? He stopped to help that other car finish the race. You may be pretty fast, but I'm Lightning McQueen. I could have left you in the dirt, but I didn't. For Owen Wilson and for science. 25th place. 0 kills. Second round went a little better, placing 10th with 8 eliminations, and the third round went a little worse again, getting 23rd place and 5 eliminations. This all brings us to an average of about 19th place and 4 kills, showing a slight improvement over the control group. I'd like to thank the Academy, I'd like to thank Epic Games, I'd like to thank my mom and God for inventing salt. Now hold on, before we get ahead of ourselves here, was this really a result of the smelling salts themselves, or were there other factors at play here? At the moment, it's pretty hard to say. Perhaps our next set of data will give us more insight. Now is time for the real test, squads. Could I act as a valuable member of any given Fortnite foursome while having inhaled death itself? It doesn't get better. The first round started us out strong. My squad and I managed to place first place while I squeaked out a decent 4 eliminations. And to my delight, the next round I copped yet another dub with an entirely new group of people along with 3 kills. Unfortunately, this streak did not carry into the third round. We got 12th place and I only managed 2 kills. This brings our average to about 5th place and 3 eliminations, and once again, just like duos, showing us just a slight improvement over the control group. Which once again begs the question, was this because of the smelling salts? Not necessarily based on the data itself, but anecdotally I can tell you that I do think what I said about if you were feeling a little tired, then maybe a quick sniff of smelling salts would give you the jolt you needed to focus a little more on the task at hand. Though I technically did improve my stats in the duos and squads categories, I think as a whole all of the data is close enough to say that the smelling salts themselves had a pretty minimal impact. Like lube, all it really does is make it easier to get in there. After that, how well you perform and whether or not you're able to thrust yourself into victory is entirely up to you. There are a plethora of other factors to consider here. How good is your aim? How well can you maneuver the area? How well do you know the items you have to put them to their best use? All things you can improve by watching some tutorials and playing the game more. And if you're playing with other people, then your teammates have a huge impact. Your chemistry and how well you can work together can change the outcome of a match.
You are fucking ass, dude. Straight fucking ass. You got purple, blue, purple.
So if you're playing on your own, then maybe, just maybe, that extra kick will be enough to put you back on your A game. But if you're playing with any number of other people, then I think the real smelling salts might just be the best, are the friends you make along the way. Okay. Oh, this splendid lad.
Y'all come revive him right here?
Thank you. Easy.
GG's, boys.
Oh, that's cool, Swag Rex. Oh yeah, let me go help my guy. Let me go help my boy. This is Saint Zesty, signing off.
Number 1 victory royale, yeah, Fortnite, we bout to get down. 10 kills on the board right now, just wiped out Tomato Town. My friend has gone down, I revived him, now we're heading southbound. Now we're in the Pleasant Park streets, look at the map, go to the marked sheet. Take me to your Xbox to play Fortnite today.